Welcome to this video about structural types of organizations. We, Bonne, Iris, Alex and Vera have done our very best to explain the coming information as clearly as possible and in an easier way. So let's begin. Managers often describe their organization by drawing an organization chart, mapping out its formal structure. These structural charts define the levels and roles in an organization. They describe which employee reports to whom in terms of management and who is responsible for what in terms of activities. The right structure depends on the particular challenges each organization faces and what size they are. However, even a small entrepreneurial startup, once it involves more than one person, needs to divide up responsibilities between different people. The first structure we are going to explain is the functional structure. The functional structure divides responsibilities according to the organization's primary specialist roles, such as production, research, and sales. Important to remember is that this kind of structure is particularly appropriate to relatively small and simple organizations. Functional structure provides a clear definition of roles and tasks. Advantages are that it gives senior managers direct hand-on involvement in operations and allows greater operational control from the top. However, in a functional structure, it is really difficult to fix responsibility. For example, suppose a product does not perform well in the market, then it is difficult to identify which department of the organization is not doing well. This in contrast to the divisional structure. Here it is easy to fix responsibility, as every product of the organization has separate departments. A divisional structure is built up of separate divisions on the basis of products, services, or geographical areas. Each division can respond to the specific requirements of its product market strategy, using its own set of functional departments. A divisional structure is most suitable for large and dynamic organizations. Advantages are that it is possible to control divisions from a distance, simply by monitoring business performance. Top management need only intervene if targets are being missed. Having divisions also provides flexibility because organizations can add, close, or merge divisions as circumstances change. Now we know the meaning and differences between a functional and a divisional structure. Let's move on to the matrix structure. A matrix structure combines different structural dimensions simultaneously. For example, product divisions and geographical territories, or product divisions and functional specialisms. In a matrix structure, staff typically report to two managers rather than one. Matrix structures have several advantages. They promote knowledge sharing because they allow separate areas of knowledge to be integrated across organizational boundaries. This makes them also flexible because different dimensions can be mixed together. It breaks the monotony and gives more flexibility to the organization. Employees work with colleagues of different departments who have their expertise in different functions. However, since a matrix structure replaces single lines of authority with multiple cross-matrix relationships, there are some challenges as well. In a matrix organization structure, employees could be unsure which manager to report to. This also means that employees might be confused about their role and responsibility. It can take longer to reach decisions because of bargaining between managers of different dimensions. Therefore, matrix organizations can be hard to control. If you want to operate internationally with your company, it adds an extra dimension to the structural challenge. There are 4 structural designs for multinationals, of which 3 are relatively simple. Number 1. An international division is a standalone division, added alongside the structure of the main home-based business. This is often the kind of structure adopted by cooperations with large domestic markets, where an initial entry into overseas markets is relatively small scale and does not require structural change to the original, much bigger home business. Number 2. Local subsidiaries typically have most of the functions required to operate on their own in particular local market, for example design, production and marketing. They have a high local responsiveness and are loosely coordinated. A local subsidiary structure is very common in professional services such as law. Number 3. Global product division structure is often used where economies of scale are very important. Organizing the design, production and marketing on the basis of global divisions rather than local subsidiaries typically maximizes cost efficiency. Number 4. Transnational structure. This type combines local responsiveness with high global coordination. The success of a transnational cooperation is dependent on the ability to achieve global competencies, local responsiveness, and organization-wide innovation and learning simultaneously. A structure that perhaps a few students have already had experience with is the project-based structure. A project-based structure is one where teams are created, undertake a specific project, and are then dissolved. The project-based structure can be highly flexible, with projects being set up and dissolved as required. It can be clear that functional, divisional, matrix, transnational, and project structures each have their own advantages and disadvantages. Organizational designers, therefore, have to choose structures according to the particular strategic challenges they face.